All right, thank you for that, Barbara. Pakistan's Supreme Court has warned the government against firing the country's judges. There were media reports on Thursday alleging President Asif Ali Zardari was preparing to do just that. Prime Minister Yusuf Gilani, he swiftly denied the claims that really this episode could signal a growing rift between the government and the judiciary. Going to talk to Mosharraf Zaidi now, an independent political consultant based in Islamabad. This is all sounding very familiar, isn't it? This is sort of shades of 2007, President Mosharraf's era, where the government was interfering in the judiciary. Is it this all over again?
Not entirely, because in 2007, Mosharraf was just doing what many other sort of executives, especially military leaders, have done in this country. But what he was met with was a resistance and a rejection of that kind of dictatorship that hadn't happened before. And I think that rejection helped mobilize a very large kind of opposition to Mosharraf that eventually led to his ouster, certainly led to the defeat, at least partially to the defeat of his allies in parliament and his departure from Pakistan eventually.
Okay, then, so with that history, sorry to interrupt, with that history then,
yeah.
Why is Pakistan, can you explain to us and our viewers why Pakistan seems to be going down this track again, why the government and the judiciary just can't seem to operate side by side?
Well, I think there's a natural sort of tension between the government and the judiciary that is healthy. This is well past the stage of healthy. And I think that has to do with the initial promise that the PPP government made to the people of Pakistan and to the judiciary that it would be restored. And then they dragged their feet on that promise for a long time, long enough that, again, there was a second sort of a judicial movement, a lawyers' movement that helped actually pressurize the government into restoring the judiciary. So I think that's where the bad blood comes from. And you are never going to see these two groups, the PPP and this superior judiciary, they're never going to get along. What we're seeing over the last few months now is a spiking of the tensions every so often. Mostly it has to do with this NRO, which is a blanket sort of amnesty that was provided to a number of politicians and bureaucrats who wanted to return to Pakistan as the Mosharraf era was coming to a close.
Exactly,
but
and there's this
tension is...
Sorry, I want to jump in while you're talking about the NRO. There was this expectation that judges were going to overturn that. I guess that then in turn exposes politicians, key players at the moment, to what happened to the likes of Mosharraf earlier.
Well, yeah, certainly. And I think also the PPP legitimately has real fears about being, about being witch hunted, because as you know, Pakistan has seen military governments, even when they haven't taken over, the military establishment has used the sort of issue of corruption regularly. Throughout the 90s, we saw many governments come and go because of corruption, allegations that have never been proven. And so similarly right now, there's, corruption is the thing that's causing the tension. But I think what's really important to remember in all of this, and I think what the key point that people should take away from watching this conflict between the judiciary and the executive is that this is institutional politics. It's the elite of Pakistan fighting with each other for space and for, putative popularity. None of what they're doing and none of this conflict has anything to do with the primary and most important issues that face Pakistanis, whether it's security or terrorism, or it's social services like education and health, or it's responding to an emergency like the floods.
Mosharraf Zaidi helping us wade through the issue of government and judiciary there in Pakistan. Great talking to you. Thank you.